All right, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the Spiritual War Room. So we are doing a 2024 presidential race reading. So this is where we look into all the candidates. All right. So in this reading, we're going to look into RFK. We're looking into Robert Kennedy Jr., who's running for the nomination on the Democratic side. All right. There's people who say don't stand a chance. We're gonna look into it. We're gonna do what we do for all the other candidates. We're gonna look into his views on those of a different class, gender, religion, race, or sexual orientation. And we're gonna look into how an RFK presidency will affect Americans in regards to healthcare. I know that a lot of people don't like his stance on vaccines, so we're going to look a little bit into that. We're going to look into how would his presidency affect housing and homelessness, job creation and the economy, conflicts with Russia and China, how would he handle immigration, his stance on the environment. I mean, I think he's an environmental lawyer, right? Yeah, and then his views on free speech and censorship. And then we're going to look into how his past has shaped him in a positive way as well as in a negative way, okay? And then we're going to look into his feelings on the Supreme Court, okay? All right, guys, before we jump into this, don't forget to show me some love, like, share, subscribe. Remember, guys, when you send me good energy, I send that good energy back. All right, guys, so I will put all the timestamps for these sections that we're going to look into down below. So if you just, because these readings can be long, so hopefully you can, that'll make it easier for you to come back and watch at your own availability. Okay, guys? All right, guys. So let's look into this. We're going to start by looking into his views on, message for his supporters. All right, message to Robert Kennedy's supporters. What do they need to know? The world. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Okay. Message to Robert Kennedy's supporters. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Okay. Those are really good cards. Very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. What is this happy ending about? Coming full circle. I mean, hold on. A very happy ending. Coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. I heard alliances. Unusual alliances, because it's like I heard what we're gonna like. Okay. I don't know if I want to say that, but yeah, whatever it is that you said, or whatever it is that he, RFK believes. it's going to require him to be bold, and it might be shocking to a lot of people. Again, I'm hearing unusual partnerships, like, I don't know, because the whole goal for them is to I'm getting is to like defeat this devil, but you have to be smart. The devil's not dumb, right? It's like, yeah, I don't know. He does have, with the star and the 9 of swords, it's like healing, recovery from a long period of stress and worry and grief. Again, it's going to require him to be bold. So it's like, if you're going to support him, you have to be ready for, backlash, because again, it's they're going to try to tear this person down, tear him down, because again, going back to these unusual partnerships, are going to be like, whoa, because if you can see things are not black and white, right? You can have a lot in common with other people that you don't see eye to eye on every issue. You might have some information that they need. They might have some information you need, because you guys see things from different perspectives. I think this is what he's trying to do, is just like, okay, let's come together, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, it's like, oh my gosh, you're crossing over onto, to the other side, and they're going to demonize this. So if you're a supporter, it's like, you better, you better be 10 toes down, because they're going to come after him. They really, really are. Okay. But it says right here, okay, coming full circle. So, these are cycles completing. Not repeating old cycles, okay? That's why, to jump out of off that hamster wheel, he's gonna have to be brave, and his supporters are gonna have to be, strong. Yeah. Great progress is possible. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Again, you don't always have to see eye to eye on every, you don't have to agree on every issue. I'm hearing table of misfits. A table of misfits. Like, they're like outcasts from their groups, because these are all the wolves who have been outcasted from their packs, because they questioned. When you start questioning your own group's beliefs, doesn't, if you really believe in it, then it should hold. I'm getting the 3 little pigs. These are people who have their beliefs are like built of hay and sticks. It's not sturdy. It doesn't stand when the wolf comes and huffs and puffs. So if they see, this is the outcast, or the little pig is a little pig that was building his house out of brick. You know what I mean? They're like, man, it's not going to stand. We should, we should look at a different way of building up our belief system. And these people, they were just like, nah, get out of here with that shit. We don't want it's like, it's disrespectful. We don't want your take, your input, your wisdom. We don't want it. Get out of here. And they try to keep people out that can blow down their their beliefs. So I don't know why I went off on that. Okay, let's reel it back in. Okay, so that's the message to his supporters. All right, so let's timestamp we're going to look into his views on those of a different social class, gender, religion, race, and sexual orientation. So we're going to start with class, social class. Okay. All right. RFK's views on those of a different social class than him. How does he feel of horror people? Because he's a Kennedy. He's a Kennedy. So does he really have love for those of a different class? We all have our unique struggles. Okay. So we all have our unique struggles. Childhood, like, he remembers his childhood very happy, stable, very loving energy. He remembers his childhood as being great. Okay. I heard silver spoon, so people could be like, oh, well, how would he know what it's like to struggle? Again, I'm hearing we all have our unique struggles. That's how he remembers it growing up. Okay, so people could be attacking him because, he is, they could be attacking him because he doesn't really understand what it's like for the working class, right? How does he know what it's like? Okay. So that's something that maybe he thinks about, like, he feels like people won't, those of a different, those from the working class won't resonate with him. This is what he thinks, I feel like that's what he's thinking, that they won't want to listen to him, what he has to say, because they see him as an elite silver spoon. What do you know? I mean, again, we all have our unique struggles. Well, okay. He wants to talk about the deception. And how it, what he wants, I don't know, what he wants the working class to understand is how they weigh you down, from being able to come up. He's thinking, how can I communicate that? Will they take me seriously? Like, I mean, will they take me seriously? Okay. Oh, because they think he's a conspiracy nut. Okay. Because they think he's a conspiracy nut. Okay, will they take me seriously? Like, how do I get them to understand how they're manipulating the system, thus manipulating them? Yeah. How can I communicate that? Yeah, the end of any kind of coming up, bringing stability in the home, trying to bring stability in the home life means stability in their finances, right? They don't really want that. They want people to be losing money on bullshit. Whether it's someone gets sick, and so they're dumping their life savings into trying to pay for treatment, or somebody has to take time off of work, so they're they want people to be losing money. So it's like, how can I communicate this? How can I restore balance? Again, because remember, the message to RFK supporters is like, if you're going to support him, you have to be 10 toes down, because they're going to attack him from, calling him a conspiracy nut and, all these, the government's, against you, he's crazy, I don't know, something like that. Okay, so what is the Eight of Cups? This is walking away. Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups. Like having to, the struggle of having to. I don't know. The World came out for the message. Things come full circle, like some kind of resolution. Some kind of resolution might come to light. Something that they walked away from, like maybe sneaky shit that happened in the workplace, because remember, his whole family they were all into politics, right? So all the things that happened behind the scenes, something is coming full circle. Wow. Something's coming to light. Okay, so this is how he feels about those of a different social class. It's he wants to relay some kind of message, speak some kind of truth. Of why people's ability to be stable financially in their home life, like it has something to do with that, like like not being able to come up, losing money, like somebody was gonna own. That's why they try to get rid of. Yeah, it has to do with, okay, you want to come up, but let me I don't know, man. Maybe someone else was going to speak some truth about this, and they got rid of him before he could. Things are coming full circle. Oh shit. Oh shit. And it has to do with the stability of the working class, their home life, their work, their finances. Nope. Wow. Okay, so there's a message he wants to speak on. He's wondering, will they listen? Will they take him serious? Because there are a lot of people who are paid to make him seem like he's crazy and walk away from him. Don't listen to him. The government's not against you. That kind of shit. We're not trying to play or manipulate you. He's crazy. You know, because that's how he's painted, as a, as a conspiracy nut. I think I heard somebody comparing him to Alex Jones and the water's making the frogs gay stuff. Yeah, they're trying to lump him into that community. He's crazy. Like, I don't know. Like I said, you don't always have to agree with everything that people have to say, But just because you don't agree with one thing doesn't mean that they're wrong on everything else, You don't have to listen to everything. Okay, so those of a different social class, there's a message that he wants to relate to you guys. So the question being, will you actually allow yourself to listen to his message without bias? Okay, it kind of makes me think of the Breakfast Club interview with Ramaswamy, and that chick, man, she just went in completely, just like with absolutely no intention of listening to what he had to say. Rather, I'm ready to attack. And so this is what I guess the message to you is, are you gonna, the question to you is, will you allow yourself to listen? Like, really listen, and not just without bias, okay? Listen freely without any bias, okay? So let's look into his views on those of a different gender. Queen of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Wow, okay. Okay, so RFK, I'm getting that you see women in the workplace is like, maybe if they don't have their emotions kind of like in check, healed their traumas, healed their wounds, that they can unleash hell. They can unleash hell. So women in the workplace, okay. And this could be when it comes to very high pressure jobs. High pressure, like a very demanding let's see. These could also be like jobs dominated by men. very analytical thinkers, right? These are analytical thinkers. You have to have your mind right, you know. RFK might feel like women in these fields can be very dangerous because it's like they can be very combative. Ooh, to people, okay. To egos, to men's egos. So this isn't about, this is stubborn, stubborn energy, you know. Unwilling to change their way of thinking. So this is someone who would want, I don't know, I don't want to say would want, but feel some kind of way, kind of wanting things to go back to how things used to be when men were in charge. Because I feel that, yeah, he really feels like women, like, you know, if they're in the workplace in high pressured jobs, jobs dominated, very competitive jobs dominated by men, women should be at home making babies. That's how he feels, not in the workplace. Not that, I don't think he feels that way, like, you know, that women shouldn't work. But as far as these jobs are concerned, and I think it mostly, I want to say it comes from a place of this male ego. They don't like to be told. It's like kind of going back to men are never lost. They always, you know where they are. You know, they don't want to ask for directions, you know, even though, you know, and yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's like judgments, some kind of judgment, some kind of communication. Judgment hurts people's souls. But the truth is, it's like whatever communication comes through, it's true. So again, you know, it's just challenging you to be stronger, you know. It needs you to be stronger because whatever battle they are getting ready to, you know, they have to be. I'm going back to Marianne Williamson, where she was talking about how if Biden can't take on RFK and her, then how can she have faith? How can the American people have faith that they can, you know, he'll be able to handle Trump or DeSantis or, you know, Ramaswamy or whatever, Pence. So it's just kind of like sparring, you know. You spar with other team members. You know, to get you ready for the big fight. And I think this is one of those situations, and this is really kind of to check your ego, because if your ego is easily bruised, then you can be the one to be very destructive, because that's what, like, you have the male egos running countries. But you can make better decisions when you've been, you know, you've been sparring with someone to get your ego in check, so you're not making very, you know, catastrophic decisions. You know, you have to be smart. But you're not smart. Men are not smart when they are driven strictly by their egos, especially when their egos have been hurt. So if there's someone coming in, it's probably just to test your egos. How are you going to behave? And this could be for many masculines in these type of industries. If they notice there's a feminine energy that comes in to test them, it's really a test of their ego. And if they're strong within themselves to withstand, someone who is their equal of the opposite gender. So yeah, maybe that's a message to him. Okay. This is just to prep the men, right? To prep the men for what's to come. If they're gonna, want positions of authority, they have to be a sound mind and spirit. So they're not making poor judgment calls because their egos were hurt, okay? And sometimes the only way to test your ego, it's like, okay, I can spar against every man in here, I can win, and then here comes a feminine energy who's at your same level to test you, and you're just angry because she's a woman. And you're like, it's like, well, if you're that great, do you think you can, take her on? She's at your level. People, you can learn a lot from one another if you just allow yourselves to do so. It's like allowing your egos to go, okay? So it doesn't have to be just for him. It could be for anyone in these fields where it's very competitive, male-dominated fields, okay? So, all right, so that's how he feels about those of the opposite gender. We're going to move on to those of different religions, okay, guys? Okay, so those of a different religion. How does he feel? I don't know what faith he is, if he has sort of faith that he connects to. I'm not really sure. But those who have different religious views than him, All right, his views on those with different religious views. Oh my goodness. I'm getting follow that. Like, whatever brings you joy and understanding in your life, where you are completely balanced in your life, it's like, follow that. He's all for things, any kind of beliefs that will help people find balance in very chaotic times. So he's very tolerant. Temperance. He's very tolerant towards people of different faiths. He understands that not everyone's the same. Not everyone thinks or feels, or not everyone's the same. Everybody's gonna feel different and believe different things, and that's okay, because the ultimate goal of them is to help them find balance and tolerance and peace in very difficult times. That's not to say that there aren't radicals that hijack. We're not talking about those people, okay? We're talking about people who really allow their faiths to help guide them to be a better more loving and tolerant person, really. He's all for it. He's very tolerant for it. Okay? Yeah. To do so, it's like you have to learn to, you have to understand, you have to study, you have to, it's like seek enlightenment and illumination on others and their ways and their find common ground. It's really just learning one another and understanding one another. That's how you are able to be tolerant and be free and not fearful, right? Because you grow up thinking one way, it's you're thinking everyone else is wrong, and it's just, yeah. No. So he's very tolerant when it comes to those different religions. Okay. So let's look into those of a different race. Those of a different race. Okay, different race. How does he feel about those different communities? Okay. How does he feel towards different communities, different races? Oh. Two of Swords and Ace of Swords. What's the Two of Swords? Something that someone's not seeing. Let's look into this Two of Swords. What's the Two of Swords? I'm not really sure. We're talking about race. His feelings towards those of different race. So I'm trying to understand what this is. Refusing to see. Time to compromise. But you're refusing to see. So, who is this? Ace of Swords, new ideas, mental clarity. But this can also talk about conflicts, new conflicts, mental conflicts. Okay, but somebody's refusing to see about, it's like he has a message. It's very, I don't know, man. It's like he's a messenger. He's trying to deliver something that has been hidden, something about a death, something about, some kind of financial stability. Again, you're refusing to see. Refusing to acknowledge the message. The Knight of Cups. What's the Knight of Cups? About. What is this? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so confused. What's the money? What's the 9? I'm not taking this. It's a Journey, Court. It's like someone's owed something. This could be him. This could be, I don't know. But we're talking about race, so unless this is a side note, I don't really know just yet. What is this Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles about? A meeting. About a main male. A marriage. His thoughts. Big luck. The living girl. What is this? Thievery. It's about the house. Stealing. You know, I've gotten this message before where someone stole an inheritance, a home, something. Someone could have been in a marriage and had maybe he had a I didn't get anything about a child, but maybe a child. It's about refusing to see something that was taken, or someone is high honors, a gift. Something was stolen. They're in their head. Maybe they're not sure. What is this though? Short illness, grief and sorrow, change. Maybe someone was on their way to deliver some kind of message. I don't know. Again, like maybe whatever message he's trying to deliver, people don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. It's like they're in their head about, can I take this person seriously? So maybe there's a message that he needs to deliver to people of different race and ethnicities. And they need people to be clear-minded, because the Ace of Swords talks about mental clarity, not allowing others to get into your head. So if this is talking to the the blacks, the browns, those are different races and ethnicities. This is a message to them. Like, he does need to deliver some kind of message. He has a message. But will you listen? Will you allow yourself? Will you allow him the space to deliver this message? And will you be open-minded to hearing it? Use your own mind. Don't allow people to get into your head. Okay. This isn't really coming out like how he feels. It's messages to these communities. Like, whatever message, it might be heartbreaking, yeah. But it might bring resolution. It's like a bittersweet. It might make people angry. It might make people angry. But it's finally, again, I'm getting the world at the beginning. Finally, closing out old cycles. So those of a different race, allow yourselves to be open-minded to listening to what he has to say. Okay? Don't allow all the media craziness to convince you that he's a kook before you've been able to make up your mind. They're trying to tell you, hey, just, he's crazy, don't even listen to him. So you're like, oh, I'm not going to listen to him because CNN or Fox News or, you know, whatever side, whoever wants to call him crazy. So it's really just kind of giving you the message to allow yourself to make up your own mind. Yeah. Allow yourself to make up your own mind. Don't allow people to get in your head, okay? All right, so we are going to move on to sexual orientation, okay, guys? Okay, so let's look into what his feelings are on those who have a different sexual orientation than he does, okay? So how does he feel? Okay. Okay, for the LGBTQ community, it's almost like the way he feels, it's like, okay, you it's like okay. I don't mean, I really hope I'm not offending anyone. I'm just trying to help these different communities in my own strange little way understand one another, okay? So it's okay, so to the LGBTQ community, he feels like with the wheel he feels like the LGBTQ community should be feeling more on top of the world, okay? Because they've made a lot of progress. He feels like they've made a lot of progress, but it's like they insist on being like causing headaches, causing I hear problems where there doesn't need to be. Over here, it's like, go be free. Again, I'm getting be free, be unencumbered in who you are. It's like it doesn't bother him. But then it's like there's always some kind of problem, some kind of, and I'm talking about little things that they have to, you know, I don't know. We're not talking about really hateful things. It's just like, oh, so-and-so hurt my feelings kind of things. It's like, really, you're going to make an issue about this right now? You know, go be free, be happy with it. It's like, I think it gives them a headache, people who constantly want to play victim. And I don't know, it's like, you know, whatever whatever message comes across, it's just like, it's okay to be with who you choose to be with. Don't allow yourself to get in this mentality, okay? From the past, we've come a long way. So go and enjoy that. Enjoy the progress, enjoy how far you've come. It doesn't need to be always a crisis. It's like reining in the things that are important and minimizing the things that are just like, oh, so and so hurt my feelings and now I want the whole world to know. And yeah, these things are bad, but I think nitpicking at like when it comes to hurt feelings makes a lot of people in other groups that you want to make sure they hear you. It's like they have a headache listening to all these like crying, like whining babies type energy. It's like there are real serious issues that need to be addressed, and those are the issues that we will address. But it's like they're bombarded with these, people that really should be free and happy and enjoying the struggles the freedoms that they can now enjoy because they've overcome so much. They still want to sit in this energy of like, but we're victimized. We're and like targeted. It's like, so maybe he believes like, I mean, because this does happen, man. This does happen. I think it's like what happens. What is this? I'm sorry. Again, the Fool don't. Okay, so this is, thank you. Okay, so that being said about how he doesn't want people to stay in that energy of victim. I'm a victim. He does believe in allowing you to the freedom. Like, do not feel the need to hide who you are, to go and be free. The ones that try to bring that cruelty to you, the ones that you're worried about, yeah, he really has plans on putting them down. We're watching these people. It's like, so this is an energy then where he wants a group to empower themselves, but by empowering yourself, he doesn't believe that you should play victim. And I don't know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty ignorant on these issues and these topics. I'm just trying to deliver the message. You know, if it's true, whether it's true or not, I don't know if this is really what's going on. But, you know, these could also be like how people feel, how they see things, even if it's not true. Maybe this will help you guys understand how to better communicate with one another, to help each other see things, help you see things from their perspective, so that way you can, you know, it's about understanding one another. Not everything is going to have a quick solution. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, but I don't get that he wants to block any, because the Eight of Wands is upright. If the Eight of Wands was in reverse, it would have meant blocking any kind of partnership, any kind of, I heard transition. Okay, who else got this? I think DeSantis got this too. It's similar energies, okay? So it's like, okay, it could also be read like this, like transition, right? They're like, I need this. This could be transgender people. Okay, I want to feel free. I'm trapped. I'm sad. I want to be free. So then they go under the knife, right? I just got under the knife. That's just what I got. To make this transition. And they believe that they're going to feel free because he wants people to feel free to be and express who they are, right? But then, because the family is very supportive, of course the family is going to support these children, as they should, you know, to be free in who they want to be, right? But even though the family can be supportive, they go out into the world and they see a whole dark side of this, okay? And it brings more stress and anxiety and fear, and has them trapped in their, you know, in a whole different way. And it could be very frustrating for leaders to know how to deal with these issues, because, you know, everybody's so different. But it is like saying, like, we can watch, we can police, but it's like they're having a hard time knowing how to help. It's not that they don't want to, they just don't know how. And when you don't know a solution to a problem, you know, hearing constant stories, you know, these sad stories, it can be overwhelming for them. It's like, I don't know, guys. I hope this is bringing some kind of clarity to help you guys understand one another. I don't know if this is making any sense. Okay, I don't know if I should stay on this anymore. Let's look at this. What's the Five of Swords? This is the headache. There's the stress. I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's unable to come to some kind of conclusion. It's like you can't work with certain groups because everybody's, there's chaos in everybody's lives, and it's like we can't come together because everybody's having some kind of crisis and needing to, be tempered and be calm and level-headed, so that way you can work together. You can come to some kind of possible solution, but everybody wants to be beating each other up, and it can be overwhelming. Okay, so the Five of Swords, it's just right now there's too many people fighting against one another. Everybody's in a crisis, and not to say that their issues aren't important. It's just like, okay, everybody needs to calm down and see where we need to, kind of like a map of what needs to be focused on, prioritize what needs, what's, I don't know, I'm getting frustrated already. So yeah, like I'm feeling like that right now. Just like, man, overseeing a lot. It's like, there's a lot to look after, and it can be frustrating, man. It's not a job for the faint of heart, is that how you say it? It requires a lot of strength, and it frustrates the fuck out of the one who's in charge. Coming out of a difficult situation is difficult. It's hard. It's like having to pull the United States out of a difficult situation. It's going to be a hard job. He knows this. Okay, so I think this is just an issue like where he wants the best, but it's like I already so much piled on my plate, so many different issues that need to be taken care of. I'm getting a parent I'm getting the image of a parent who's, trying to cook, clean, has, some kind of Zoom call. The kids are crying and they're running every which way in the house. I'm just like, okay. And the kid's like, mom, the baby pooped in the tub or something like that. And the mom's like, oh my God, okay, I know this is bad, but I don't know what to do right now. You're trying to get, I don't know. I'm just feeling some kind of chaos like that in his mind when it comes to just everything that needs to be done, everything that needs to be addressed. And as much as he wants the LGBTQ community, this is why I think he wanted this community to overcome and organize better, so that way they could have less headaches. It's like clean. Everybody needs to clean house. And it's not just the LGBTQ community. It's like everybody needs to clean house. Get rid of all the fake, leaders, the ones that are bringing their communities down. Everybody needs to clean their own home. Their own groups, their own communities. Everyone does. And how do you start doing that? By cleaning your homes, your actual homes, getting your home right, your family right, yourself right. by taking account, by accepting accountability for your own life and stop. This is really a tough message, but it's like you have to you have to take control of your life. You can't, there's no one to blame. Everybody is responsible for the direction that their life is taking. It's not always going to be easy, and always having to run to mom like, oh, so and so hit me, so and so poked me. It's like that's what being president is like. It's like trying to fight for your grievances to Congress. You know, like the American people have spoken. Oh no, they're that's, I don't know. It's this. I don't know. And there's so many people that have so many grievances that they want addressed and dealt with, and it can be very overwhelming. So it's like, this is somebody who really wants every community, every group to get their shit in order and then come and let's talk. But we can't be having these conversations when there's infighting within your own groups type thing. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense. But okay? Okay. So no hate towards the LGBTQ community. He just kind of needs everybody to grab the reins of their own cart, their own chariot, okay? Okay. He's trying to lead a group, but it's like every group wants him or the president to take control of their chariot. I'm saying chariot. So yeah, I'm just getting that image of like a battle, but every group, every community has their own chariot to drive. And just instead of, taking control of their own communities, they cry and whine and to the president to fix this, when really it's like cleaning your own house first and then come to the table, to the round table, so we can bring top priority issues that need to be taken care of, But it's hard to do that, to filter through everything that needs to be taken care of, what's important, what's not, because there's a lot of people who exaggerate or just simply don't talk about, or whatever. There's a lot of things, mistruths, half-truths, and things that are actually actively being silenced. So there's a lot of things, and so that's why RFK is like, are you going to take me serious? Can you take me seriously? Because again, they're trying to label him as some kind of conspiracy nut, and whatever he has to say you shouldn't listen to, and you know what I mean? So they want you just to dismiss him as unreliable. So it's a lot of confusing messaging that comes through from every which way. So you got to be really careful what you consume. You want to get information from different sources, right, left, up, down, black, white, whatever. But come to your own conclusions using, logic and reasoning, what makes sense, what doesn't. Okay, guys, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so sorry. These are like, sometimes I get like side messages about how, this is a message about how like someone's abundance was taken. Like this could be the American people getting robbed. It's time for you guys to sit quietly and reflect back on, you know, things from the past, right? Things from the past. Something from the past that was done that robbed the American people to put them in this energy of poverty. Something from the past that needs to be addressed. Think about it. Think about it. It was put in place like intended to, it was supposed to liberate people, but all it did was put them in poverty. When it comes to growing, it left them in poverty. So this is like, in the future, whatever it was supposed to make you feel like this, like, oh yeah, anything, I can do anything that I put my mind to. I can do anything. I can grow all this abundance. This is America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. I can do anything here. And whatever was done in the past has made it so any kind of abundance you try to grow will not grow. Whatever that was supposed to make you feel free, fearless, protected, whatever that is, it was something from the past. Think about it. That is what's doing this. Okay? Side note, I don't know what this is, okay? I think I'm going to take a break. We're already at 1 hour and 11 minutes. And when I come back, we're going to look into next, how would an RFK presidency affect Americans when it comes to healthcare? Because I know, like, again, he's painted as a conspiracy nut, and he's an anti-vaxxer, and I don't know how. I don't know. We're gonna look into it. How would his anti-vax policies affect the health of American citizens? Okay, so we'll look into that. We'll look into his ideas on how to deal with homelessness and housing, job creation and the economy, conflicts with Russia and China, immigration, environment, free speech, and censorship. Okay, guys? So yeah, we're gonna look into that stuff next. All right, guys? All right, guys, so we're going to continue on and look into what an RFK presidency looks like for Americans when it comes to healthcare, because I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding the vaccines, right? So it's like, are they good for you? It's like the devil's telling you, take my hand. I know what's best for you. So what, under Bobby Kennedy, all he's saying is pause for reflection before making a deal. Like, just, you know, you can be bombarded with media coverage and just a lot of people talking about how it's a good idea to just accept what is being offered to you. He's not saying, you know, well, I don't know. Let's see. Pause for reflection. Okay. 6 of Swords. Pause for reflection rather than just accept everything that the government tells you. Like, make up your own mind. I'm hearing science and politics do not make good friends. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, Tower. Pause for reflection. Oh, wow. Okay, Hangman. Yeah, like, is it good? Is it the best choice for us? So pause before accepting. So let's look at the devil when it comes to, I want to say, Well, let's just see what the devil is. What comes out for the devil. Okay, so the devil's like, if you want to go out and have fun, if you want to go out and party, everybody has to do what we say, otherwise you're going to be isolated. But there's secrets. That there's an illusion. It's an illusion. The messaging is to keep you from seeing the truth. And what is this truth? We have the Emperor. This is a person in a position of authority. Who is the High Priestess in reverse. Let's look at that real quick. High Priestess in reverse. Secrets. Blocked intuition. They don't want you to see something. They want you to accept the messaging because we know better. They want you worried about what they're communicating. So he's just, okay, so the devil, just take what I'm offering you. If not, you're going to get your needs met. He doesn't, to maintain control. Okay, so this is the devil. The devil is the illusion. The devil is the illusion, the messaging to hold control. They need people in fear. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Chariot. The messaging, we're doing this for you because we care, right? We care. So whatever messaging that they were giving the American people, he knows that there's some deception in it. So I'm taking this more for like COVID. Yeah, it's like worldwide. The devil wanted create division. So you either take it, you're part of one group. If you don't take it, you're part of another group. It's, the devil sows seeds of division. So that's what they're doing here with RFK. Like, oh, he's crazy, anti-vaxxer. I'm getting really, he's not telling you no. He's just telling you to do your own research, make up your own mind, get a different perspective, pause for reflection. That's really what I'm getting when it comes to vaccinations, when it comes to him. That you should be able to make up your own mind and not allow fear and hysteria. Don't allow fear and hysteria to factor into some of the decisions that you make, especially when voting, that kind of it has you so much in fear because of all the hysteria that you almost give up your rights willingly because you're so afraid. That's why, he's saying pause, gain more clarity, because this is, the truth is, this is a money grab. This is a money grab. Once they grab that money, they walk away and everything's fine. See, they need you in this fear so they can manipulate you and sow these seeds of division. So when it comes to healthcare, it's just, I'm getting pause for reflection. Okay, so that's in regards to vaccination. How does he plan on improving? Does he have plans on improving the healthcare system? It is an investment to invest in mental health, because the Nine of Wands here, these are mental or psychological wounds. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Let me finish that thought. Sorry, I should have used another deck, or the Light Seers, for this one, for that question. Psychological. Clarity, like, yeah, deep dives. Okay, so it is something that he wants to invest in. Let's look into that, though. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So does he have plans on improving the healthcare system? Dealing with big pharma, insurance companies. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the Tower. The Queen of Pentacles talks about being financially stable, secure. Even when her partner, the king, isn't around, the Queen of Pentacles can stand strong on her own when disaster strikes, right? So I'm getting that he wants to improve the insurance system so it doesn't cause stress when some kind of disaster hits, so they don't lose their home. They could be fighting against him when it comes to this, telling him he's crazy to think that he can accomplish this. Money doesn't grow on trees. And he's talking about how lots of communities don't have the resources to cover these types of expenses. It's like, am I going to eat, or am I going to pay for my medication that I need? Am I going to pay my light bill, or you know, it's something like that. I'm hearing we have money for everything that doesn't matter. That's what he could be saying when it comes to healthcare. He understands how it puts stress on couples and families when they can't afford their healthcare. Yeah. How can we find balance? Balance, it's all about balance during difficult and trying times. There's solutions, but there has to be clarity gained and judgment calls to be made. And it could affect some people's pockets, but it will allow for others to become more successful. So that's why they're going to fight back on any kind of reform he chooses. Oh, I saw the Empress. I got leave. Like, what is it called? You get time off, maternal leave. So he might want to fight for something like that, maternal leave. Okay. It's going to require the government to take a chance, you know, to invest in this. they need to take a chance on this. He's gonna do that. He could be successful in doing that. So yeah, as far as healthcare, I think he will improve it. A lot of the candidates had improving mental health. I think they understand that is an issue. I think most of them understand that it would be a good investment. RFK, I think he does want to invest in that. I think he's kind of open to improving multiple areas of healthcare, including maternal leave. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Yeah. I think he wants to make it so families don't struggle so much, right? He wants them to be able to handle their medical expenses without going through foreclosures or repossessions or debt because of medical bills, tying the American people's hands from being able to really put that money towards other parts of the economy instead of just throwing it into the pockets of insurance companies, you know? So I think that's something that he definitely wants to fight against, is being able to give more care to people instead of having to get into some kind of debt with the devil, okay? So as far as healthcare, that's what he plans to do. Those are some of the things he wants to work towards. So yeah. Okay, so what's next? We are going to look into housing and homelessness. All right, so as far as housing and homelessness is a big problem. So let's see what he plans on doing to help citizens who are struggling with housing issues. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. This talks about talks about homelessness, families, couples finding themselves homeless after hitting some kind of hardships. This could be, you know, homeless. Okay, so he feels like homelessness is being caused by multiple different issues, okay? So one of the issues could be, you know, divorces, separations, unhealthy connections. Another one could be student loan debt. You know, a lot of people are, you know, a lot of young people are told, you know, work hard, go to school, and you can succeed in America, in the United States. You can succeed here, okay? So a lot of these young people do. They go into debt, you know, rack up high amounts of student loan debt, and they just can't seem to get ahead. And so, you know, money's a factor in relationships, and they want to, maybe, I think his idea is to kind of focus on the family dynamic and student loan. Okay, so let's look at this family dynamic, yeah? Let's look at the family dynamic, the Five of Pentacles. This is homelessness and housing. So as far as the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, we have the Devil. What's the Devil? Okay. I'm hearing codependency. What's the devil? Yeah, like, I'm hearing codependency. The illusion that you have to, you know, that there's so much stacked up against you. The devil tries to create the illusion that there's so much stacked up against you. So that way you can just give up. Okay, so how's... So there's so much abundance. Yeah, like, wow. So what he's saying is there's an illusion going around around the world that there's not enough anything, enough resources, enough water, enough food, enough wealth for everyone. But the truth is, there is. You got the Ten of Pentacles twice when talking about homelessness and housing. There's enough homes, enough space that everybody could have a comfortable place, but it's all about control, controlling the market, like supply and demand. I don't know what the hell. These are students that can't get homes because it's too expensive. Create this fear that, oh, we need certain people to help us out of this situation. We can't do it without our representative, you know. So this is something that he wants people to know, that even judgment's about to be called on this situation, because the Four of Wands talks about housing, homes. Judgment being called on the people, like putting people down, not being able to buy a home. This is something that he's been witnessing, being given the bare minimum to move forward, keeping them bound and stuck. That's why he's saying this is on an illusion that there's not enough. There's more than enough. So maybe that's something that he wants to address. That's something that he might want to address, that it's the chokehold that banks have on people when it comes to student loan debt, and putting so much burdens on family units. Putting this financial burden on family units puts the pressure on the couples separating. You know, it causes a lot of division, a lot of conflict. Money is a big issue for people, why they get divorced. So it furthers the struggle, because now, man, wow, okay. So as far as housing and homelessness, that's the message that he wants. I think he's going to want to get out. Yeah, judgment again. He wants to speak something. He wants to address some kind of truth about the control that they have over the American people when it comes to, I heard inflation. So maybe inflation is, I don't fucking know. This is something that he does want to talk about. He wants people to feel free. He wants people to feel good in their homes. The Four of Wands talks about home. He wants people to feel safe, secure in their homes. But he understands in order to do that, they have to alleviate some of the stress that they're putting on the American people. So that's his idea. That's his, to bring more abundance into the family units, that the family has more money at the end of the day to pay for the things that they need to pay for, that they're that they're enjoying the time with the family, with the kids, they're smiling. They don't want to be stressed out not knowing what's going to happen. You can't raise a happy family when you're always worried about, oh, this needs to get paid, oh, you need to get that checked out, you need this, it's always on your mind. You can't even be free and enjoy your family because you're so stressed out about finances. So he wants to help alleviate some of the crushing financial stress that is really taking a toll on Americans when it comes to homes. It comes to their mortgages, their rent. He wants to make it ease some of that stress and pressure on people. Okay. All right, so that's what I have for housing and homelessness. So we're going to look into job creation. What does he plan to do for job creation and the economy? Job creation and the economy. Okay. Let's see something real quick. King of Cups. Okay. So when we're talking about work, the kings talk about expertise and confidence in their area, in their craft. 6 talks about self-employment. 8 talk about, again, doing well in a particular area when it comes to work. Self-employment, I think he's more, okay. I'm hearing self-reliance. Okay, so he wants to invest in small companies, small businesses. He wants to invest in people who are experts in their fields, people who want to be their own boss, who have some kind of creative project, creative passion that they want to pursue. So he wants to give more to people who have these types of ideas. He thinks that's how you build a strong economy. Moving away from this lack, again, learning self-reliance on one's own abilities. So yeah, knowing you have so many, it's like people have so many options. They have so many skills that they haven't tapped into. I heard schools. He wants to improve the schooling systems too. Move away from what? Moving away from what exactly? I'm getting like old, outdated systems that no longer benefit. We're moving in a new direction. Yeah, we're moving in a new direction. There's a lot of people who are like, well, in the past, this is how we did things and it brought us a lot of happiness. And he's like, okay, that's cool and everything, but there's different ways to make money now. it's not the same. Things have to be updated, revamped, new forms of making money. Well, not that they're new, but updated. You know, keeping up with the times. I think that's what he wants to focus on, is not doing the same old, but actually finding new ways of making money. Because there's a lot of people who are stressed, right? That's the goal, or the role of the government, is to alleviate some of the stress for its people by helping them bring victory. But you can't bring victory to situations where you're using old tactics. I'm getting like, we have to work together. We have to use our creativity to find new and creative solutions, because there's a lot of people who are struggling, you know. There's a lot of it's like these families are the ones who are being left defeated. And a lot of times he could even be saying it's the women, it's the wife, it's the mother who ends up taking the hit, because they have to restore balance when things go awry. And I think that's why he feels like the whole family dynamic is kind of out of whack, because we're making it so difficult. We're making it so difficult for families that we break the family unit, and then we wonder why. I don't know, like, I heard we have so many single mothers. We're breaking the family units. Like, they're not that the government tells you have to have kids with, they're not doing that, but healthy family units where healthy family units struggle. And it doesn't even have to be couples, like parents, like mother, father. It just family units. There's even a lot of conflict within these family units because money is tight. A lot of arguments because of money. So he wants people to invest in startup businesses, small businesses, to, when you give to them, they create. It's like these people are creating the jobs if you just if you give to the right people who know how to create. I think, you give the money to the right people and they know how to build. They know how to grow. So, I think he does want to give to start up more small businesses. So he's pro small business. Okay? So, how will the economy look under an RFK presidency? How will the economy look? How would the economy look under an RFK presidency? How would the economy look? We have the Magician. Wow. So, okay. People are going to create, like turning your vision into reality. Again, investing in startup businesses where people are not everything is going to succeed, but it is worth investing in that. These people will be more free and happy. It's going to create a lot of abundance, okay, where they can find peace within themselves. Not to say that they won't be difficult. Starting a business can't be easy, but allowing or giving people the opportunity to move away from difficult situations when it comes to their work. and allowing them the space, giving them the space to create their own realities is going to create jobs. It's creating stability, balance, peace, even during difficult times where because people are happy, they're stronger, they're able to withstand the storms. Okay. How will the economy look under a RFK presidency? How will the economy look under an RFK presidency? We have 5 of Wands. Healthy competition. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands talks about competitive jobs. But it's like if it's competitive, but some people love it. Why? They love the competition because it's something that they're interested in. It's something that they find passion in. The goal for these people is to discover their passions. So under his presidency, there's going to be a lot of it could be a big surprise, big change, going from being in depression to a lot of happiness. Again, they could be saying, oh, you're crazy, you have your head in the clouds, you're a fool, conspiracy, crazy conspiracies. That's what they're saying, like, oh, you think you can do that? Crazy conspiracy nut. Job creation, you think you can help the American people get victory? I don't think so. We're not changing our ways. So that's, he will fight for that. And it could be successful, but it's going to depend on if the DNC chooses to throw any kind of support. Yeah, no. The DNC, he's going to have a fight because the DNC wants to end him. The DNC will try to end anyone who tries to make change. That's why they did what they did to Bernie, They sabotaged Bernie. They robbed the nomination from him when I honestly believe he could have beaten Trump. Okay, but again, the same way they're doing to RFK, a lot of the media is like, oh, he's crazy, he's a conspiracy nut, anti-vaxxer. Instead of really hearing what he has to say, it's just, it's their jobs to create confusion and illusions and they don't want you to see that he knows how to balance finances. Maybe he might know how to balance the budget better, but again, they don't want people to see that. They want you to hear what they say and nothing else. That's what they want you to have on your mind, is whatever the media says and not what RFK has to say. They want you to really not be expecting anything to come from him. So they don't want him to have his ideas heard because it might make you think. Okay. All right, so that was job creation and the economy. It looks like things could improve under him, but there's going to be certain powers that be that will fight him every single step. They just don't want him taking money out of their pockets and giving it to the American people. It's like, how dare you do that to us, right? So that's where we stand on that as of right now. Remember, we're tapping into energy, so this could be his position now, and as he goes along throughout his campaign, he may change on certain positions. So we'll go back and check on this stuff later. But we're going to keep moving forward, and we're going to look into how Robert Kennedy would handle the conflicts with Russia and China. Okay, guys? All right, Russia and China, let's look into it. How would Bobby Kennedy deal with Russia? How would he deal with Russia? How would Robert Kennedy deal with Russia? How would he want to deal with Russia? 9 of Cups. Let's take a chance on peace. Let's move away from the conflicts of the past. Until we put down our walls, we cannot be the leaders that we were meant to be and take care of the people we were entrusted to lead. And it takes courage to do that. What do you say? New cycle, Putin? I'm waiting. So yeah, he wants to end the conflict with, he wants to be a good leader. He believes that he can appeal to Putin's better judgment by, you know, would Putin, okay, yeah, logic. How can we be good leaders and still make money for our countries? So the families in our countries could be well taken care of, happy, right? Happy wife, happy life. I mean, it's the same kind of idea. You know, you have happy citizens, your citizens won't want to revolt against your government. You know, he knows this, so he wants, yeah, let's make our countries abundant. We have to put our heads together. How are we going to defeat this devil? Partnership. Partnership ensures victory. Giving birth to new births. Giving birth to new new partnerships around the world. Like, yeah. Yeah, community. Man, how would Putin respond to a Robert Kennedy presidency? How would he respond? How would Putin respond to Robert Kennedy as president? How would he respond? Wow. Right now, the tensions between the United States and Russia, we have the Five of Pentacles. There's a lot of disappointment with how things are going here, because of the secrets. Again, you know, the media tells hella lies, man, and so they're not going to tell you the whole truth. That maybe, you know, I don't imagine if the media is like, oh, Putin wants peace. They would never say something like that. Not that he's a good guy, but we don't bring out the best in Putin by antagonizing him, right? So I think Robert Kennedy presidency would make them feel like, I want to say free. Like, from all the headaches and the worry and the stress, it's like, okay, now we can focus on actually moving towards something a little bit healthier, right? What's the Five of Pentacles? Let's look at this Five of Pentacles. We got the Moon. The deception. Yeah, the deception. So, having a Robert Kennedy presidency, it's like, how would Putin receive it? It's like, finally somebody who sees the deception, who sees past the illusions, or not that he didn't, but who sees the truth in it and wants, you know, 10 of Cups. I want to have a better outcome. I'm not going to continue to lie to the American people, creating this illusion that Putin's trying to declare war on Ukraine or whatever they're saying, causing, oh my god. What's anything else, or the Five of Pentacles? King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. That this conflict that's causing all this distress in these countries is over money. It's like, who did you get in bed with, right? Who'd you get in bed with to make this money? So this is the military-industrial complex. Military-industrial complex. Yeah, it's like you keep pumping money into the war machine, and we'll keep on making Putin look like the bad guy. And yeah, it's like, oh my god. These are people who have victory and make money off of death and destruction. And that's what's brought a lot of headaches, man. So how would Putin feel? I want to say free. Yeah, freedom to move forward and not be blocked and challenged every step of the way. That's why they're going to feel free. It's like, finally we can move forward. What does their moving forward look like? Creativity. What is this? Oh, wow. Okay, so again, when I said that Russia would feel free, right? Because, I don't know, I'm getting like the United States, Russia, and China. Like any type of partnership, right? Collaboration. Oh, hold on. The Queen of Wands is someone who's persuasive, creative. The King of Wands is someone who's bold. He's bold. Hold on. Fearless, charismatic, confident, ambitious. Bold and fearless. To come together is going to be burdensome. What is this? To make peace. If they... Sorry, I'm not really sure what this is. Queen of Wands, what's the Queen of Wands? I might, when I go back and I look at this, I might know what it is later. Sometimes that happens. Oh, they want to kill this. Okay, so making peace with Russia, China would mean that certain groups would lose fortune. Okay. This is redistributing the wealth in a fair and balanced way. And any kind of partnership, any kind of peace talks has to come to an end because it threatens someone's bag. And that's why they wanted to put down... Is that true? I'm sorry. What the devil did. The messaging was not true. What? Wow. They needed... Okay. So that's why they took him out. Wow. Five of Swords. What's the Five of Swords? Five of Swords. Being reckless. Like always getting attacked. Again, with the Ten of Cups, we just want peace. We just want peace, and we're just always getting attacked. But that's a secret. People do not know the truth of what they're really doing to us. They don't see the truth. They only know what they're being told. They only think what they're told to think. So having RFK in the Oval Office would mean that possible talks between Russia and China, and the military-industrial complex war machine doesn't want that. So it's going to try and send they want to get in people's ear. Again, brainwashing, planting seeds of fear, doubt. So they could be spreading rumors, lies, slandering RFK as some crazy conspiracy nut to get in people's minds, so that way they can say, oh, again, kind of like Trump, he's a Putin lover, he's a Putin puppet, when he's like, no, we want similar things. We want our countries to be successful, the economies to be strong, and we want the family units to be strong in our countries. And in order to do that, fighting pointless wars and conflicts makes no sense. All these countries are in agreement to that. It's the leaders, the representatives in the United States that are in the pockets of the war machine. So yeah, they do as they're told. And they're being told to attack RFK because RFK doesn't want that. And I don't know. Does he receive money from the military industrial complex? He says no. He walks away. He knows that's where he's going to have his victory. He knows that if he accepts money that's given to him, that judgment will be called, that the truth will be spoken on him. So no, he doesn't. With this, I'm taking it as a no. Like, no, he does not accept money. Okay. From the war machine. Okay, so that was conflicts with Russia. And I'm taking that as China too. But let's just see. China. Yeah, let's make peace. Want to take a chance and make peace? Let's move away from this conflict so our citizens can grow old and have a happy life and not be in depression and sadness, but focusing on their creativity. And we're, damn, that's what he wants to talk to China about. How can we make this happen? How can we make it happen? How can we work together to make it happen? Where our economies are strong, I'm being drawn to the dog here. Dogs are very loyal companions. So this could be a loyal collaboration that brings peace and joy to the people at home. But again, they have a lot of people up. There's a lot of people up in their head, not sure of what to think about him, because again, the media wants people to expect nothing of him. Like, oh, he's a conspiracy nut, blah, blah, blah. He's not normal. You shouldn't listen to him because he's not normal. That's kind of the shit I'm getting. They want people stuck in their head. They don't want to hear the proposal that he has. And that's not a good just not listening to him is not a good idea. You have to get different ideas, you know. You have to get the ideas of different people to come up with the solution, you know, because you could use a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or, you know, apply this technique over here, something like that, you know. You have to have different minds, different ideas, and RFK is open to that, and people want to stop that. Okay, so he does want to be diplomatic when it comes to dealing with Russia and China. Again, there's going to be people who are going to fight him against when it comes to that, because there's a lot of money to be made fighting wars and conflicts in different countries. So yeah, your tax dollars paid to create the instability. Your representatives make money by passing certain certain laws and certain legislative policies to create that instability. So they make money off of doing that. And then when floods of immigrants start pouring into these countries, these leaders tell the citizens, the money that we used, your tax dollars that we used to make their country unstable and war-ridden, we now need you to pay more money to take care of these people because they're fleeing their homes and they don't know where to go. That's what's really happening. And so the moment RFK steps in and says, I want to end these conflicts and make peace, you know, they're going to attack him. He's a crazy conspiracy nut, blah, 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 whatever they say. Okay, so just be open to receiving whatever it is that he has to say. Put down your biases, put down your, you know, your need to attack, and just be open to receiving the message. You don't have to accept it, but receive it and chew on it and see how, you know, let's see what he has to say, man. So hopefully the DNC and Biden will be open to debates with Marianne Williamson and RFK. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, guys? So we're going to move on to immigration. How does RFK plan on dealing with the immigration issue? Immigration issue? Immigration issue. Okay, so this is okay. This is a they have a lot on their plate when dealing with it. The government, he does, I don't know, like, this is having way many options how to deal with this issue. Okay, hold on. Two of Pentacles. Weighing many options, having a lot on your plate. Multiple options. Weighing many options. Not knowing what to do. So he could think there's, you know, maybe different ways to deal with this, but he doesn't know how to move forward. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Okay. This has to do with separation of okay, immigration. So he doesn't know what to do because he doesn't know what to do. There's people fleeing their country, right? They're trying to get away from difficult situations, and they're trying to do this for the betterment of their child's life, right? They could be in areas where there's a lot of war, a lot of death, a lot of threat of this loss. So he's just like, I want to help them, but I don't know what to do. What's the Four of Pentacles? We want you to have a happy family life, you know? Money, again, it's the resources. Let me look at something. Okay, this wanted to come out. The Knight of Swords, when it's upright, it can be very reckless. So if he wants to help, he wants to be very deliberate in how he helps. It's like maybe even slowing down, like trying to find a way to balance some kind of, maybe the finances, the budget, to figure out how much do we actually have to support people with, because this is holding on tight, like penny pinching. Yeah, it's like we need to figure out a solution. There's a lot of people. Okay, what's the Page of Pentacles? I'm hearing balancing the budget. How can we balance the budget and still be generous and caring and giving, because he does want to call judgment at home, like at the people, the people who are being dishonest, call judgment on the dishonesty in their homes, in their countries. That's find balance. That's where to find balance in a situation, really, it's calling judgment on the dishonesty. That's what it's saying. So you have to hit it at its source, and that's the corrupt officials that are taking money to create instability for these people. Yeah, this is something that they have to communicate. They have to call out, because that's why people are coming, because of the threat, the promise of work too. So poverty is a big thing too. Poverty is a big issue, so that's something that needs to be addressed. Take action on the poverty. It all comes down to corruption. Poverty is caused by corruption. The things that they do to earth, to contaminate, to pollute the water, to make, it's just like treat the earth with more respect. So immigration, these are people all around. Yeah. Make it possible for people to be in healthy living situations, that they're able to make money enough money off of the work that, so it's like companies that go to different countries to exploit the people in these poorer areas. And then they use, I mean, they're already struggling as it is, and then you create instability in these countries. I'm not really sure. So RFK does want to be more generous, but he understands, you know, the budget doesn't allow for a lot of wiggle room for generous giving to people of other countries. I mean, shit, they barely give anything to the people of their own country. So he understands that's going to be a battle. He does want to help them. He's not really sure how to do that yet. But again, like some of the other people that I pulled before, some of the other candidates, one of the biggest message that came through when it came to immigration is dealing with it at its source, and that's the corruption at home, in their home countries. Wherever they're fleeing from, there's some kind of government and institution that's in bed together that is causing more harm. And it could be even other countries that, you know, that they're making secret deals with to create instability for profit. And then they dump the bill in the lap of the citizens, and so the citizens are, you know, they're getting frustrated. They're being crushed under financial stress, and so there's going to be some backlash. You know, there has to be new ways to new opportunities to be able to offer people in their countries. You know, this is a tough task, man. A tough task. But through creativity and some reasoning, reasonable solutions, they can create stable home lives for people where they feel safe. Okay, and it does have to begin with making it easier for people to survive financially, and not putting them in situations where they're like, well, do I you know, eat, or do I take my medications type thing. And we're talking about immigration, but we're talking about you know, needing to implement what we need to do here, but you know, those countries need to do something similar to fix their own problems at home. But at the end of the day, the immigration problem has a lot to do with corruption and how people profit off of creating instability in certain countries. So I'm just getting like he might not have a whole lot of ideas, but you know, I think as time goes on and he consults with his team, maybe they'll come up with more solutions for this immigration issue. Okay, guys? So we're going to keep it moving, and we're going to look into the environment. Okay, guys? All right, so let's see what the cards want to say when it comes to the environment. What does he believe? What are his... I don't want to say what are his policies, because we're just going to see really how he really feels, where he stands on this issue. We have the High Priestess. I believe he's I believe he is a environmental lawyer, or was in the past. Okay, this could be an issue that he does think about. Page of Pentacles. I think he feels like say, is it the movement or the... I kind of feel like it stalled. I don't know. He does think about it though. High Priestess. Let's look at this real quick. What's the High Priestess? Maybe he's feeling like, okay. Okay, so he does believe the government should step in to partner when it comes to the environment. Let's see. Is this... Oh, this could be... I don't know why I'm getting like... Hold on. Was... Oh, man. I think he's upset about how the government gets in bed to profit off of environmental destruction. This could be, you know, the safety of people's homes, their water, anything that they need to be successful and happy in their life. It's being disrupted by the government getting in bed with like oil companies, gas companies, to make for a profit. You know, this is devilish behavior. Doing this is not, because the government's supposed to be protecting the well-being of its citizens, right? And instead of doing that, they're getting in bed with people who put their well-being at risk. So he thinks about that a lot. He wants to be the leader in finding balance in this situation, but he kind of feels like this movement has died out. There's a lot of manipulation, a lot of deceit surrounding it. It has people wondering, is this even true? Is it, you know, I heard the what is it, the climate, I heard a climate conspiracy. Is that a thing? People who call climate change a conspiracy. So he could be dealing with a lot of that. Yeah, he's like, don't you see that we're warming up fast? We need to work together. Lots of minds have to come together to find a solution before disaster strikes. You know, we need to hit it at its source. So as far as the environment goes, he wants to see more. He wants to see faster change, or he wants to see more progress. He wants to see more collaboration. More groups working together. Yeah, because he says we need to work together, not against one another, because there's a lot of people fighting. That's not how we're going to do things. That's not how things should be done. So these are people who are supposed to be fighting for a common goal. That's why it's not going anywhere, because there's so many people that, you know, but I heard infiltration. So some of these groups could have been infiltrated by organizations or institutions that want to cause disruption in these areas. Okay, so be mindful of that. Careful who you get in bed with. Some of these people that you partner with are only there to create burdens for you. So like, oh yeah, let's team up, just to make things hard for you, so it doesn't move forward, so it doesn't progress. So yeah, like he does care about the environment. He does want to see changes, more changes made, or to protect environmental. He wants to protect environmental laws. So yeah, he's yeah, okay. Anything else? He is disappointed that things haven't been progressing as fast as he maybe might like. But again, it's like not acting impulsively. There could have been people like actively trying to stop forward movement. Again, infiltration. They infiltrated certain groups to slow any progress being made by creating infighting within these groups. Okay, guys? So that's what I have for the environment. Let's move on to free speech and censorship. Free speech and censorship. How does he feel about free speech? I wonder what he feels about Assange. I still want to see Assange freed. But of course, they have to go after, make an example of one of the best truth speakers, truth tellers, whistleblowers ever born, Mr. Julian Assange. They want to make an example out of him. And the truth is, like, anyone who stands in the way of him getting out, anyone who actively blocks any progress of him getting out will be, I heard, reprimanded. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm curious as to how he feels about Julian Assange. But let's look at free speech and censorship. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Hold on. Let's see something real quick. Two of Wands. This is like waiting for some kind of result. Ten of Wands. Some form of communication. They're waiting for results. Some form of communication. Ten of Wands. What is this? I'm not sure just yet. Tying your hands when it comes to money. Doing something you love. They're holding on to someone's money, yo. He's waiting for some kind of result, some kind of communication to come in. I don't know if it has to do with him as far as maybe someone else. It has to do with someone else and their free speech, maybe someone was censored, someone was bound and tied and gagged and hidden. As they're trying to work and make money, they're holding on to their money. So this could be waiting for results of maybe somebody who got censored. Is this someone who got censored? Hold on, guys. I flipped my cards. I don't know how I did that. Okay. No, wait. Nope. There we go. Okay, what's this two of... Oh, my goodness. What the heck? Everything's like confusing right now, man. My cards are flipping. What the heck? We're talking about, yeah, they're trying to confuse the communication, yo. That's what they're doing. Okay, let's see. We're gonna get this straightened out. What is this two of... Look at this. Oh my God. The truth about secrets. That's the result that he's waiting for. The truth about secrets. What are these secrets? They were censoring. So look at this. Some kind of partnership, you know. God. this? What is this, man? Okay, what are these secrets? What are these secrets that they're waiting for results? Some kind of success. Somebody being freed? Is this Assange? Waiting for results. Maybe he's waiting for some kind of result. He can be freed, let go. Something about his child and the truth being spoken. So waiting for results. So how does he feel about Assange? I'm guessing that he's all for letting him go. When he'll be able, whenever he, okay. What's the Ten of Wands? I asked and they answered. Ten of Wands. This is moving away from burdens. Getting out of a difficult situation. Yeah, sadness, the devil, the burdens of the devil. Wow. The drama that the devil brings. What's this communication? This Eight of Wands is, what is this? Yeah, strength. Wheel of Fortune, man. I'm guessing this is Assange. So if he's all for letting Assange, yeah, letting him go, man. If he's all for letting him go, I really do believe he's strong on free speech. Really strong. I think he would. I really do think he would let pardon Assange. What's the moon? What's the moon? These secrets. Secretly, he's working on this victory. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Good for you, man. Good for you. What's this Eight of Swords? The message will be coming in. The message will be coming in. You will be given a gift. What is this gift? To move forward. To move forward. People wanted him gone. Yeah, I've been watching over you. It's going to come in. It's going to come in. You think you're bound, but you're not. It will. You're going to be like, oh, you're going to be given a gift. Eight of Swords. You're going to be able to move forward, get away from this situation. So I'm guessing this is Assange. This is someone. RFK is on his side. I like that. Yeah. This Ten of Wands. He's working on getting him out of this situation. What's this? Queen of Pentacles. Maybe this is somebody who communicated to RFK. I don't know. Maybe this is somebody who's communicating with him about Assange. That something's gonna be able to, they've been able to work something out. I don't know. We'll see. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so he wants to move away from, okay, so this was a lot of Assange stuff that he thinks should happen. When it comes to free speech and censorship, a lot of times this is how people make their money, right? Through their creativity. A lot of these people maybe can, I don't know, like, he thinks that that people need to move away from this really reckless, free with the cancel culture. Okay, so you say something kind of reckless and dumb, not to say that what people say isn't stupid and inappropriate, but instead of canceling there's we got to move away from the need to constantly like cancel someone. People say stupid shit out of just sometimes just pure ignorance, when you're not around, you don't have certain groups of people around you. You can be very ignorant to their lifestyle, to their beliefs, to their understanding. We can be very ignorant at times, and it's not just a certain group. It's all of us. All of us can be ignorant for some reason or another. But I think he wants, as far as censorship, I don't think he believes in censoring. He believes in he believes everyone should be allowed the space to speak their mind. I don't believe that he's okay with people threatening horrible things. It's just that this death card talks about, you say something kind of foolish, something kind of reckless, we're gonna cancel you. He doesn't believe that that's the way to go. Open conversations and not being stuck in our ways of thinking and being, but allowing for open and honest conversations will open that door to understanding. You can't really learn from other people if you just want to, like, anything that's uncomfortable to talk about, you just shut it down. That's not an effective way to communicate and to resolve problems and issues, right? So I think that's, as far as censorship and free speech, not everybody should be speaking whatever's on their mind. Sometimes, they just speak, they could be really reckless, but it's like, if you're going to cancel anyone, it's got to be somebody who's really doing wicked shit behind the scenes. Not everybody should be canceled. Obviously, there's people that need to be censored because of their, wicked ways and what they're trying to plot and scheme. But it's like knowing and having clarity on when and where it's appropriate to do that, okay? It's about protecting families. And yeah, I really hate that. It's like, it's for protection. It's for freedom. It's for, I really cannot stand that shit. But this is one of the situations, and I know it's kind of hard to, like, you're like, oh my God. It's one of those situations that we feel like it's bullshit. People say it's for everybody's safety. It's to protect the children, to protect the pets, to protect the, the turtles. It's always some kind of, cause that they're trying to protect someone from. But it's about having wisdom and knowledge and understanding to know what is a threat and what is not, okay? Because some people are just trying to get illuminated. Some people are just, they're growing. You don't want their minds contaminated by this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, these are kind of like tough, muddy waters to navigate, because it would give me a headache, man, having to deal with this. So like, man, get me out of here. Yeah, this is a tough job, man. I do not envy these people who are running, because fighting to be the president of the United States cannot be an easy task. So yeah. Free speech, he's not really for it. He's really not. He wants to allow free speech. So he's for it. Okay, guys? That's what I have as far as free speech. We are going to look into the last three things. How has his past influenced him in a positive way as well as in a negative way? And then we're going to look into his feelings on the Supreme Court. We're already at 2 hours and 40 minutes. I did not think this reading was going to go this long. I thought it would be an hour and a half. We're already over an hour more than I thought. So I'm going to go take a break. All right, guys. Yeah, and then my breaks, I usually push pause and go, chill and hang out for probably like an hour and a half, and then I come back to finish recording. But yeah, I think I'm going to take a break because it's just a lot of information, and it's, these are things that it's not always fun to have to talk about, but oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to take a break from this. My head is, I don't know. I just need to clear my head, okay, guys? So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute, and we will continue with how their past, how has RFK's past influenced him in a positive and negative way, okay, guys? All right, guys, so moving forward, we are going to look into how has RFK's past influenced him in a positive way, okay? All right. How has his past influenced him in a positive way? How has his past influenced him? A lot. Very wow. His past is always, it's like always shocking moments in his life. There's always been shocking moments. Not always, but we have the Fool in reverse. Let me see what this is. For risk taking. Wow. In a positive way. His past, he was always surrounded by people who were never afraid to take a chance, despite hearing the consequences, man. It could be reckless, but it's... I don't know, is he just like fearless with it when it comes to it? He's not afraid to take chances. Yeah, he's fearless. It has made him fearless. Yeah. Maybe people like with the Strength, the King of Wands, and the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse, it can be reckless, right? It could be a reckless risk that they take. And because this has happened in his life so often, that it's almost made him fearless to go towards something, to take chances. It's like he's very... He can be very... He's a thinker. He's good with strategies. He knows how to Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. I'm getting... Maybe he's seen... I don't know, guys. I'm kind of getting thrown through a bunch of different timelines. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. I'm seeing different storylines. But how is his past? Yeah, this is the past. His family, his uncle, his father, his family. Different stories and what has shaped him into the person that he is today in a positive way. I don't see anything bad. It's just a lot of the stories from the past. I don't know. I'm getting this one, like, I don't know why I got Marilyn. I got Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. Maybe he was, maybe there's a story of him witnessing something as a child, maybe. I don't know. With this celebrity, with this star. Ooh, it was a love affair. Maybe he saw some, maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's some juicy story there about Marilyn. I don't know why. But, again, there's a lot of different stories that make up who he is, but in a positive way. You know? Let's see, anything else for the how his past has shaped him in a positive way? He has seen deals made with the devil. Yep. He has seen all these shady back door dealings. What they have to do for fame, for power. He knows the game. Yeah, he knows the game. Yep, he knows the game. What you have to do to have success and victory in this game. He could have found a new creative way to do that. He's very smart. He's intelligent and he's creative. So maybe because he's knowledgeable about these dealings that need to take place with the devil if you want to have success, right? Yeah, so maybe he found another way. Okay, so it has shaped him in a positive way. Like, he's been around it, so he knows. He knows how the system works, how the game is played, right? He has two very important people in his life that were big players, right? Judgment needs to be called. I think they got away with this. Priestess, temperance. Follow the clues, and then every time you get to, it's like blockages, like access denied. So they thought because they kept denying the access that judgment would never be called on this. They think they got away with this, but no. The truth will come out, whatever this is about, okay? So that's how his past has influenced him in a positive way. Let's look at how it has impacted him in a negative way. How has his past influenced him in a negative way? How has his past influenced him in a negative way? We have High Priestess. I was getting that he is very intuitive. Or he... I don't know, it's like... He can be a bit manipulative. Again, like strategy, he's a thinker, right? And it's... Maybe he did this... Okay. Okay. This could have been like in the past where he used he could have been, like I said, he could be very intuitive, and he could have used those gifts against, well, not, I don't want to say against, but to persuade and to convince. Well, is it convince? No, just persuade. He uses that ability to persuade and romance, in romance. So this could have been something that he did in the past, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, like, it's like we both want, I want what you want, you know? Something like that. He could have kind of been a little bit more like, I don't know, a bit more of a charmer maybe, because because he's intuitive. It just kind of shocks. It would shock women, like, oh, how'd you know that? Something like that. So in a negative way, he could have used these gifts to kind of I don't know, romance women, something like that. I don't know, nothing really terrible. Just like the art of picking up women, you know. I wasn't getting anything like really bad. He could have learned that, yeah. Family. Yeah, he could use the, you know, he could have met his match, man. He could have met his match with his, he's married, right? Yeah, he's married. Maybe his wife is like, you ain't gonna play those mind games with me? Yeah. So, like, it's like fun, innocent fun, you know, nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too bad, I don't think. Let's see, anything else? influenced him in a negative way? How has his past influenced him in a negative way? Sorry, those other cards didn't really... It could be just maybe connections, relationships, you know, stuff like that. Maybe I make the money. This is very competitive. This is competition. It could be, you know, relationships, work. Not really sure. Let's see. Oh, doing, like, having workplace relationships. That was, maybe very big in their family. He witnessed a lot of that going on. He could have, maybe he could have witnessed, like, maybe his mother. I'm getting his mother brought him a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Maybe allowing workplace relationships and romances to interfere with being a good, you know, an attentive husband and father. Maybe there's something there that needed to, because again, Nine of Pentacles, it was about money. So it's like, I make the money, I'm the man. I can do as I please. You know, I'm taking care of you. So it's not like they were, you know, they were neglectful financially. They made sure that everybody was good, everyone was set. But, you know, money doesn't replace a very attentive and present father or mother. So maybe there was something there that, you know, he needed more of that, that type of connection. But his mother was good. His mother seemed to bring a lot of joy into his life. Yeah. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this could be like, okay, he saw how maybe in his family the father would always go after, you know, younger, more, you know, just younger women, you know, knowing that he has a wife at home with children, and how this energy would have his mother feeling defeated. Maybe that's something that he's reflected on and chosen to move in a different direction, to be more loving and nurturing to his spouse, his partner. So maybe, again, I'm getting a lot of like kind of, you know, behaviors that were witnessed as a child that really influenced him. But, oh, I heard boundaries went up. He's determined to have a good, happy, healthy family. He knows the type of stress and anxiety and fear that